All right, so you're getting ready for that big social work interview.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good news, you are in the right place.
Uh-huh.
We're going to deep dive today
Right?
into some super common interview questions and answers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also going to take a look at some cool website features
Okay.
that can really help you prepare. Think of this as your secret weapon
Okay.
for interview success.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
Right.
How these resources
Yeah.
provide a window into what's truly valued in social work today.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
First up, understanding the field.
Right.
One question that really stood out to me when I was looking through these materials
Okay.
asks about the biggest challenge facing social workers today.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
it is a tough one.
Yeah.
And the answer that they give in the source material really nails it.
Okay.
Systemic inequalities. And this reminds us that social work isn't just about helping individuals.
Right.
It's about addressing the root causes of social problems.
Yeah. And advocating for that systemic change,
Mm,
I imagine that can be pretty draining.
it can.
I noticed that the source material also warns against burnout.
Yes.
What strategies does it suggest for staying energized and effective, especially when facing those systemic roadblocks?
Well, you're right. This work can be emotionally demanding.
Yeah.
And the source material dives into specific self-care strategies,
Okay.
like incorporating mindfulness techniques
Okay.
and setting really firm boundaries
Right.
to protect your well-being. It emphasizes that prioritizing self-care is crucial for maintaining your own resilience in this field.
That makes a lot of sense. You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say.
Right.
The source also mentions working with trauma and cultural competence.
Yes.
What makes these skills particularly challenging for social workers?
Well, the source material emphasizes the growing importance of trauma-informed care. This means understanding how past trauma can impact an individual's behavior and well-being. So social workers need to demonstrate knowledge of this approach
Mm-hmm.
and apply it ethically in these diverse settings.
So it's not just about having textbook knowledge.
Yeah.
It's knowing how to apply it with sensitivity in those real-life situations.
Exactly.
And cultural competence plays a crucial role here as well.
It really does.
Understanding diverse cultural backgrounds and perspectives is essential for building trust
Yes.
and providing effective support.
Absolutely. And the source emphasizes ongoing training and education to keep these skills sharp.
It sounds like social work is constantly evolving.
Yes.
We've got to be adaptable and committed to continuous learning. Now, let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk about showcasing your skills.
Okay.
The source material has a bunch of questions
Yeah.
designed to assess your experience, like tell us about a challenging case.
Mm-hmm.
What are interviewers really looking for in your answer to a question like that?
They're looking for problem-solving skills.
Wow.
They want to know how you approach complex situations. Can you demonstrate critical thinking and make sound decisions under pressure?
Right.
Can you analyze a situation and determine the best course of action?
So it's not just about telling a story, it's about showcasing how you analyze, adapt, and learn from your experiences.
Precisely.
And there are other questions too, questions about advocacy,
Yes.
ethical dilemmas,
Uh-huh.
even how you use technology in your practice.
It's true.
It's about demonstrating that you're well-rounded and prepared to handle the diverse challenges of social work.
Yes.
It sounds like they're really looking for someone who can hit the ground running.
Yes.
And I'm curious about these website features the source mentions.
Okay.
How can these tools help someone prepare for a social work interview?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it really possible to get a leg up using technology?
Absolutely. The source material highlights an AI resume builder,
Okay.
which might sound a little impersonal at first, but think of it this way. AI can analyze job descriptions to pinpoint the exact keywords and skills that hiring managers are looking for.
Cool.
It helps you tailor your resume to each specific job, giving you a competitive edge.
So no more generic resumes.
Exactly.
It's like having a personal assistant for your job search.
Exactly.
And the source also mentions an interview tracker,
It does.
which can be incredibly useful in a competitive field like social work.
It can.
It helps you stay organized, track your applications, and remember those important follow-up communications.
Right.
So no more missed deadlines
No.
or frantically searching through emails
That
to
you-
remember who you spoke with.
It really helps.
That's a relief.
It demonstrates that you're organized, proactive, and genuinely invested in the position.
These tools seem like game changers.
They really are.
It's amazing how technology can level the playing field for job seekers.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about understanding the field,
Yes.
showcasing your skills,
Mm.
and even using technology to your advantage. What would you say are the top 3 takeaways for absolutely nailing that interview?
The first is preparation.
Okay.
Research the organization, think about your past experiences,
Yeah.
and be ready to discuss how you'd handle ethical considerations that might arise in your work.
Preparation is key. What's the second takeaway?
Highlight those essential skills.
Okay.
Empathy, communication, problem solving. These are the cornerstones of effective social work.
Yeah.
Make sure you have specific examples that showcase your strengths in these areas.
And finally, the third takeaway.
Leverage those tech tools we talked about.
Okay.
The AI resume builder and interview tracker can give you a significant advantage in presenting yourself as a top candidate.
Those are some great tips.
Thank you.
So you've got the skills, you've done your prep, you've even got technology on your side.
Right.
Is there anything else someone should keep in mind as they prepare for their social work interview?
Yes, there's one more thing that goes beyond qualifications and experience. Think about the personal qualities that will help you not just succeed,
Okay.
but truly thrive in this field.
You mean things like passion and a desire to make a difference?
Absolutely. Passion fuels you, especially when you're facing those inevitable challenges.
Right.
You also need empathy, the ability to connect with people on a deep level and understand their struggles.
And resilience, right.
Yeah.
Social work can be emotionally demanding. You need to be able to bounce back from setbacks.
Resilience is essential.
Yeah,
You'll encounter difficult cases, systemic barriers, and moments of self-doubt.
right.
The ability to learn from your experiences, adapt, and keep moving forward is crucial.
That's so insightful.
Oh, thank you.
Any final thoughts for our listeners as they gear up for their interviews?
Remember, beyond showcasing your skills and experience, let your passion and empathy shine through. Those are the qualities that make a truly exceptional social worker. And don't forget to explore those website features.
Yeah.
They can be incredibly valuable tools for preparation and organization throughout your job search.
Excellent advice. So prep those answers, practice that confident smile, and get ready to impress those interviewers.
Yes.
You've got this.
You do.
It's inspiring to hear about those qualities,
Yeah.
passion, empathy, resilience.
Mm.
It reminds you of the heart of social work,
Yes.
that drive to make a real difference in the world.
Absolutely. And it's not just about individual qualities.
Right.
It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of things.
Right.
Remember that question about systemic inequalities?
Yeah.
It highlights the need for social workers to think critically about the larger systems at play.
That's a great point. It's not enough to just address those individual needs. You
Yeah.
have to look at the bigger picture
Yes.
and advocate for broader change.
Exactly. And that brings us back to those website features we discussed earlier.
Right.
The source material really emphasizes the value of these tools for navigating those complexities.
Now, I'm especially intrigued by the AI resume builder.
Okay.
I have to admit, I'm a bit skeptical
Yeah.
of how AI can capture the nuances of social work experience.
Mhm.
Can it really tailor a resume to highlight those skills we were just talking about? Empathy, cultural competence, things like that.
It's a valid concern, but the way this AI resume builder works is fascinating.
Okay.
It doesn't just scan for keywords.
Right.
It analyzes job descriptions to understand the underlying needs and priorities of the organization.
Okay.
So it can pick up on subtle cues that indicate a need for someone who's culturally sensitive or trauma-informed,
Right.
even if those exact phrases aren't used in the job posting.
So it's not just about matching keywords, it's about understanding the deeper context of the job.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
And it can even suggest ways to reframe your experiences to better align with the organization's mission and values.
Okay.
It's like having a career coach who understands the intricacies of the social work field.
Sounds like it takes some of the guesswork out of the application process.
It really does.
Speaking of taking the guesswork out,
Right.
the source also mentions an interview tracker.
It does.
I can see how that would be super helpful, especially when you're juggling multiple applications and interviews.
Absolutely. It helps you stay organized and track your progress.
Yeah.
But the real value is in its ability to capture details from each interaction.
Okay.
Did you discuss a specific challenge with the interviewer?
Right.
Did they mention a particular program you'd be working with?
Mhm.
This tracker helps you log those details so you can tailor your follow-up communication
Okay.
and demonstrate your genuine interest.
So it's not just a calendar, it's a tool for building a deeper connection with the organization.
Precisely, it helps you move beyond generic responses
Right.
and demonstrate that you're truly engaged with their work.
Yeah.
And in a field as competitive as social work, Those personal touches can make all the difference.
It's amazing how these tools can empower job seekers to put their best foot forward.
It is.
Listening to all this,
Yeah.
I'm struck by the evolution of social work.
Mhm.
It's no longer just about case management and direct service.
Right.
It's about advocating for systemic change, understanding trauma,
Yes.
and even leveraging technology to maximize your impact.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Social work is becoming increasingly complex,
Mm-hmm.
requiring a multifaceted skill set and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of social issues.
And it seems like these resources,
Yeah.
interview questions, the website features,
Mm-hmm.
they're designed to reflect that evolving landscape.
They are, and I think that's why they're so valuable for someone preparing for a social work interview.
Right.
They provide a glimpse into the current demands and expectations of the field,
Right.
while also offering practical tools for navigating the job search process.
It's like having a roadmap for success in this challenging but incredibly rewarding profession.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what final words of wisdom would you offer to our listener as they prepare for their social work interview?
I would say embrace the complexity. Don't shy away from the tough questions or the systemic challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Show your willingness to learn, grow, and be a part of the solution.
I love that.
Thank you.
Embrace the complexity.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that social work is not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
It requires courage, compassion, and a commitment to creating a more just and equitable world.
It does. And remember, this interview is not just about proving yourself to the employer.
Right.
It's an opportunity for you to assess whether this organization aligns with your values and goals.
That's such an important point.
It is.
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
go into that interview with confidence, authenticity, and a deep understanding of what you bring to the table.
I think our listener is well-equipped to do just that.
I do too.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive,
We have.
from understanding the complexities of the field
Yeah.
to showcasing those essential skills
Mm-hmm.
and even leveraging technology to your advantage.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say our listener is walking away from this deep dive
Yeah.
with a ton of valuable insights
Uh-huh.
and a renewed sense of purpose.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From those tough interview questions to the importance of self-care
Right.
and the power of technology in the job search.
And we can't forget about those essential qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Passion, empathy, resilience.
Yeah.
Those are the things that'll really make someone stand out in this field.
Yeah, it's not just about having the right answers.
Right.
It's about having the right heart.
Yeah,
And I think our listener has that in spades.
I agree. So as we wrap up, any final words of encouragement
Oh, sure.
for our listener as they head into that interview?
Remember, you've chosen a path that's all about making a difference.
Yeah.
Hold on to that passion.
Mm-hmm.
Let your empathy guide you, and don't be afraid to show your authentic self.
Beautifully said.
Ah,
Go out there and shine.
yeah.
You've got this.
I do.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
It is.
The journey of a social worker is full of challenges and rewards.
Yes.
Embrace that learning process.
Yeah.
Stay connected to your purpose and never stop advocating for a better world.
Absolutely.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into social work interview prep.
Woo!
We hope you feel informed and empowered and ready to tackle those interviews with confidence and compassion.
Yes.
Until next time, keep learning,
Keep learning.
keep growing,
Keep growing.
and keep making a difference.
Let's keep making a difference.